What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I seen the title's going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it in the title. Before we get in this video, all I gotta say is it has definitely been a crazy week. It's definitely been a crazy week just for the simple fact of everything that's going on. And I do advise everybody. Like I said, I can't tell y'all what to do, but I do want to say that try to stay away from a lot of these protests that's going on. People act completely insane. I've been seeing people getting held from their jobs because of protesters blocking the roads, blocking the streets, blocking them. Even if, people, confront them. I've seen a couple of people confront, protesters that they need to get through. They trying to get to work. They argue with them, mess their property up, their cars. I seen a woman, with kids in the car and people acting so. If y'all could try to take, different ways, try to stay away from, downtown areas, seeing that's where a lot of people are going. They have started it here in Indianapolis as well. Me or my family won't be anywhere near it unless we really need to. But I'm telling y'all, it has been absolutely insane. As y'all can see here, it's happening everywhere. This is literally in Los Angeles. Literally in Los Angeles. They're throwing bottles, rocks, signs, smoke. They're blowing different things at these police cars. I mean, look at this. That's one of those, I think that's one of those traffic bags. This is a scooter right here that they're throwing at, setting the police cars on fire. Literally doing a whole bunch of things. And then you got Maxine Waters. You have Gavin. You have different... people that are saying this was peaceful, and I don't find it peaceful whatsoever. Now, people going around, obviously, the flags, signs, this, that, and the other, saying that, and staying out the way, staying out of traffic, that can be, in a way considered peaceful. You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is. At the same time, like I said, I've never been a person to protest. Again, it's just me. I don't see the point of doing it, but that's my opinion. And everybody is, entitled to one. I mean, if y'all feel like that's something that y'all like to do, that's something that y'all like to do. It's not for me, but, I don't find any of it peaceful, what people are doing, at all. I'm not even gonna lie. Check out Maxine Waters, y'all.
No, I want you to, hello, Congresswoman Waters. I just came to use my congressional authority to check on David.
Ma'am, we're lobbying securely now to all visitors.
Excuse me, I need to get in.
Contact our public appeal.
I need to get in.
And the fact that she tried to hold the door is insane.
What are you hoping to do, Congresswoman?
I just want to see David Werther. Right.
Would a congressperson normally be able to enter the...
Normally, yes.
What is happening here?
Well, there were some of the authorities, I don't know who they were, and I'm trying to get in to see David Werther, who they have arrested. He is the head of SEIU local union here. I don't know why he was...
I don't even know, I'm telling y'all, like I said in the video before, Maxine probably just need to go and head home. I'm telling y'all, she needs to go home. She needs to rest. She not doing nothing but causing stress to herself and to people, causing trouble. To everybody around her, yelling, getting mad. You see her get mad at the reporters. Check it out.
Hey, does Maxine Waters have any grandchildren? If she does, could y'all come and get your grandma?
For real.
Because I don't, she be out here doing the most, trying to just start all kind of mess. You see, she out there antagonizing ICE. What you doing, ICE? What y'all doing? Y'all gonna shoot some kids who's scared of you? You gonna shoot an elected official? You better shoot straight if you're gonna shoot. You out here, you gonna let me in that door? You gonna shoot somebody? Please come get this woman.
Please come get this woman. Facts, though. Not even gonna lie. Facts. Check out Maxine Waters yesterday. It says, check out Maxine Waters yesterday. There is no violence in Maxine Waters today. The violence is Trump's fault. It's crazy, y'all. Check it out.
Don't miss the point, you all. Don't think that somehow, because they called out the National Guard, there was violence. There was no violence. I was on the street. I know. He started this. There should be no violence. He should not continue to support violence. They should not be edged on and, provoked in any way. And that's what the President of the United States is doing, to exert his power and to show that he's in charge and to show that he's going to get the numbers that he promised to get people deported. And don't
I mean, y'all have it right. It just goes to show y'all that regardless, and I don't care what anybody got to say, regardless however this goes, however this went, Trump made the right decision to do what he did by sending the National Guard on how people were acting. I'm not gonna lie, on how people were acting. Said I like to think maybe she saw my edit and realized she needs to spend. I can't put that on my channel, y'all. But I can put this. I can't put this. Look at it.
That somehow, because they called out the National Guard, there was violence. There was no violence. I was on the street.
Look at this.
I know. Get it straight.
That is wild. That car. What is that? That car tried to get through and they threw a rock at it? That's how they moving? Of course it don't play. Let me refresh. They threw a rock at it?
That somehow, because they called out the National Guard, there was violence. There was no violence. I was on the street. I know. Get it straight.
That's wild.
And don't just rely on what you're being told or the few incidents that.
That is wild. I can't play this part. But that's
there
wild.
was no violence. Don't think that somehow.
And the thing is, they not throwing like those little yard rocks. They throwing them big rocks that be at these, these stores. And I'm talking about, they got the big rocks. They throwing scooters, signs, everything. And she yelling it wasn't no violence at all. I don't know what they mean by what they think is what are they considering peaceful? I mean, what are they considering, like, they keep on saying that it was a peaceful. I don't know what was peaceful that they were seeing. It says Maxine Waters is now claiming that there was no violence at the LA riots. They're literally lying to the faces of the American people.
The protests, and even those who were out of step with what we are advocating, peaceful protests, did not create any violence. Nobody was shot. Nobody was killed. Get it in your head. And so when martial law is called, what are you going to say? I missed the point. Don't miss the point, you all. Don't think that somehow, because they called out the National Guard, there was violence. There was no violence.
So just because that didn't happen, they think that this is just something that. And it could have went that way. I've seen many videos. I've seen so many videos. I seen a video of a cop. I'm pretty sure I seen a video shooting at cops. I literally cannot show that video on my channel, but I'm pretty sure that's what I saw. It was on X. I seen a cop. It was multiple cops getting hit with rocks. Y'all, I just showed y'all. It was a video right there on the highway. Throwing rocks down at them. I mean, why are they? I don't understand it, bro. This person right here, and others, I feel like they do need to be arrested. I'm not even gonna lie. For the simple fact of them just saying that it was peaceful, because it's giving people, okay, this is okay. This is okay to do. It's okay to you can do this. That's basically what they're saying, because they're calling this peaceful. And even though that most of these people got enough common sense to know, okay, this is pretty. I mean, we being violent right now. I mean, this is. But then when you got somebody like this, Maxine Waters is saying, oh yeah, it's peaceful. None of this stuff, this stuff. Man, I'm telling y'all, bro, sickening, definitely sickening. Then you got a post from John Kennedy. Said, I say, if you hate law enforcement so much that you'll riot and throw rocks, Molotov cocktails at cop cars, next time you get in trouble, you already know who to call. Check out.
Some people in Washington, D.C. say we ought to defund the police. You know what I say? I say if you hate cops just because they're cops, next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead.
Come on now.
See how that works out for you.
I'm telling you. He had to post this video again. I reposted. I had to repost this video, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. And one thing about it, and the crazy thing is, I was looking for this video for so long. I seen this video a long time ago, and I thought it was fake. I'm so serious. I thought it was a minute ago, and I saw this video, and I thought it was a fake video. I thought it was just something. I was laughing at it, and then I of course, seeing who it is, and but at the same time, I look at the simple fact that not even trying to be funny, not even trying to be mean, not trying to be, but it just goes to show you on just how California is. You talk about crackheads and seeing how California is in general. Seeing how California is in general. I seen a video, when was that? I think it was like a couple weeks ago. People were mad, about Gavin Newsom. And how bad the streets are, filled with people that's, on drugs and then I'm telling y'all, it's just, it's, I don't understand to this day how people like Gavin Newsom. I absolutely don't. Absolutely don't. Now, this video I am going to show y'all, I am going to have to take out some words out of this, but one thing about it, John Kennedy was definitely, when I say definitely, right 100% on this, he was. Check it out.
All of this is why the aliens won't talk to us. I see what you see, what the American people see. I mean, no disrespect to Congresswoman Waters, but somebody needs to tell her that the voices in her head are not real. Point two, I've listened to so many of my colleagues and members of the media say that these are mostly peaceful protests. That's like saying that Harvey Weinstein is mostly a feminist because he didn't rape every woman who came into his office. He only raped some of them. Number three, in terms of Governor Newsom,
he's not doing nothing but speaking facts, y'all. He's not doing nothing but speaking facts.
He's flip-flopped a lot, Sean, on issues, but the governor's been very consistent on one thing: his antipathy toward the lives and feelings of ordinary Americans, including public safety. Governor Newsom his record shows this. He's the dictionary definition of weenie. He thinks cops are a bigger problem than criminals. He thinks if a cop has to shoot a criminal, it's automatically and always a cop's fault. But if a criminal shoots a cop, it's automatically and always the gun's fault.
Wow.
Here's a tip. Cops will leave you alone unless you do illegal stuff.
Exactly.
That's what we're seeing in California.
Exactly. And that's what people fail to realize. I've had family members that literally, and I tell them, like, I'm not even gonna lie, like, I'm not by all means I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't obviously look at anybody, to be perfect. But when it comes to, this understanding of, police officers, I feel like it definitely, a lot of people need to understand, the importance of it is, don't do nothing illegal. You don't do it. You ain't got to worry about them. And then, say you get pulled over after dealing, just be respectful. Be respectful. They ain't respectful to you. Just be respectful. I mean, that's just how I am. And let me tell y'all something. When it comes to, I look at it as more so good people are good people, bad people are bad people. So you may come across, a bad cop to where, it might have a stinky attitude, no matter the race, no matter what, you may come across a good cop, regardless of the simple fact, know who you are. You still, obviously want to go home. You obviously so just be respectful at the end of the day. I mean, even if you was in the right about it, be respectful, go about your way, and you can deal with that, when it comes to you, if you got to go to court or whatever, it's simple. But when it comes to stuff like this, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm hoping and I'm praying that people are getting called. You know, the people that, you know, are throwing these Molotovs that are, you know, causing damage to cars and people's properties. You know, these businesses, and I find it crazy. And like I said, I'm hoping and praying they don't come to Indianapolis with it. I find it crazy that they're even doing this. I'm being so serious. And I just to this day I don't understand why they have to do all that. Like I said, I'm not a person that like protests. I'm not a person that, you know, I never been anyways, and I have bad anxiety, so y'all probably, like I said before, y'all probably not gonna ever see me at a protest. But one thing about it is that people need to learn how to respect. People need to stay home too. Like I feel like it's not that deep. I feel like it's really not that deep. And I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this. But one thing about it, and like I've been saying time and time again, and this is exactly how I feel. Like I said, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate, which I don't care. I've said it before. One thing about it, you came illegally, you didn't go through that process, you didn't do this, you didn't do that like you were supposed to. Then, I mean, like I said before, Trump said what he was going to do, you know, before he even stepped foot in the White House. And now people are sitting there mad and all bent out of shape. And he literally said what was going to happen. They're not taking people that just anybody. So stop it with, you know, the lies of, oh, they're taking anybody. It can be you, and it can stop all that. It's not that at all. You know, I'm tired of the false information, this, that, and the other. So stop that. And then on top of that, on how I feel about it, it's just a simple fact that regardless, you had an opportunity to get yourself together. You've had opportunity, and so I don't forget. So I can definitely say this. All this stuff that everybody is doing, protesting, throwing things, throwing stuff at cops and at the cop cars, and doing this and doing that. Let me tell y'all something. Why didn't nobody do this? And where was all this when Obama was in office, when he did? And y'all got. I'm mad I ain't got the chart. Y'all mad? I'm mad I ain't got the chart with me. I'm telling y'all. Let me see if I can find. How many people, if they got a chart of this. I'm really mad, and I'm mad at myself for not finding this. Did you know of his 3 million deportation? Pretty sure. Okay, so they're saying 3.2 million people were deported, you know, under Obama. So my thing is like, why? Like, where's? I'm telling y'all, bro. It's because it's Trump. That's the only thing I can think of, because I've seen a long list of different individuals. I've seen something about Bush. People getting deported. Nobody didn't act like this. Now I'm seeing different people when I get on, I get on Instagram or I get on TikTok, and they saying this and saying that, and now they come to stolen land and this, that, and the other. Nobody had none of this energy when Obama did it. I find it completely insane. Here you got Attorney Bill S.A. Lee. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. If I said it wrong, I apologize. Announces federal charges for 2 criminals. Let's check it out.
Last Saturday, one defendant, Emiliano Galvez, hid behind a fence and threw the destructive device at a sheriff's deputy, then ran away. Deputies gave chase and arrested him. That's the video you actually see playing right there. The following day, a police officer apprehended the other defendant, Raki Quigui, after spotting him with a Molotov cocktail in his hand. Officers witnessed him throw the device in the air and then arrested him with a lighter in his right hand. I commend our prosecutors and our law enforcement partners for swiftly taking action against these individuals. Our community must be kept safe for peaceful protests and against thugs and criminals looking to start trouble. We expect more charges to be filed in the coming days and weeks. If you took part in these riots and were looking to cause trouble, we will come looking for you. These defendants are
As they
charged
should.
with possession of an unregistered explosive device in violation of 26 United States Code Section 5861D. Possessing a Molotov cocktail or another destructive device is punishable by up to 10 years in federal prison.
Exactly. And I absolutely love it. And they ought to get more years. They ought to get more years. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel. It's got here. People like Maxine Waters told us there is no violence. And they charging people. They ought to charge her. Like I said, Gavin Newsom too. And that's just how I feel. Because there's no way that y'all telling people that this is peaceful. This has been peaceful. Oh, this is peaceful. Quit lying to people. Quit lying to people and putting out false information. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe, and definitely appreciate y'all. Stay tuned for more videos. I definitely apologize. Like I said, been a little sick, as well as having, I wanted a mental health day. When it comes to this YouTube stuff, it could not necessarily the comments. I've been doing YouTube for so long. It's not that. It's more so, the algorithm. I feel like, and I know what it, y'all know what it is, when it comes to these videos and stuff like that. I feel like they definitely don't get pushed out, as they need to. And I get pretty, discouraged about it sometimes, but I try to keep my head up, keep moving, pray, and pray to God. I mean, that's all you can do. That's definitely all you can do. And, take some time off some days, so definitely, like I said, I know a lot of people have been, where you at Reckless? I know y'all been on my girl's page. She is posting now. She will be dropping a video, I'm sure, today. So make sure y'all stay tuned. It's Chris TV. She's on my homepage, or I'll be sharing her on my communities tab, or y'all can just find it. Chris TV is CRYS TV. So y'all can go check it out. But definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all for everything. Much love to everybody. Catch y'all next one.